Alright, this is going to be a second video of my 3D printed Logan's Run flame pistol. Earlier I didn't go into too much detail about how this one works, but it's similar in how the real one works. Is that there's calcium carbide and water mixture here in this chamber, which produces a gas. The gas then is held back by a valve, and then the valve, once you release the valve, it comes out the nozzle and then is ignited here on the tip by a glow plug. So basically this is a handheld torch that produces a flame, and this is a suppressor that allows the gas to come out 4 ports along the side and 1 in the middle. In this case, this is 3D printed, so it obviously any gas or any flame produced here will melt the tip of the pistol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to machine out of aluminum a replica of this so that it can indeed be placed on here, and then I'll use some means to ignite the gas as well to actually get the response I'm after. So I'm going to go ahead and test this real quick again to be sure that we are getting the appropriate flame coming out. That's initially what I need to do to make sure everything is good up to this point. Inside this tube is a smaller tube, a tiny little, like a needle valve, that actually pushes the gas out, and then there's 2 holes, one on both sides, which is called a Venturi effect. It pulls air in these 2 holes and then mixes with the gas to produce a flame, a proper gas for ignition. So I'm going to use a lighter in this case to start the flame to make sure that it is good. So I'm simulating. Let me take this off here. I'm simulating the glow plug or another means of flame ignition. So here we go. I'm going to get the flame started. Trying with my left hand. Oh boy, this is great. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that worked pretty well. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it's kind of loud. It's kind of an amazing sound that this produces. And since I released gas, it's now creating more gas back here, because what happens is as the reaction happens, it builds up pressure and it stops because it can't produce any more gas. But since I've released some, now it's actually any more CC that's in here is going to be making its own another set of gas. So we're going to try it again. Light the flame. Wow, that's number 2. That's pretty good, and it's steady. I mean, it is strong. You can feel the heat off of it too as well. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to try it again. So I'm waiting for the gas to reproduce. So here we go again. This will be number 3. Wow, that's still pretty good. And we're going to do it again. I want to kind of see how many hits I can get off of this. But again, the reason I'm waiting is because I'm waiting for the gas to rebuild itself back up here in the chamber. I've got a pretty good amount of CC in here, as well as the water. I tried to get an equal amount so it's not creating a kind of a muddy effect, and I don't want it so dry that there's still some calcium carbonate still left in the chamber. So we're going to try it again here. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, now it's starting to get weak. You kind of saw a little bit of black smoke there. So I'm going to try one more time. Let this kind of do its thing. Wait a few seconds. And the idea too, is a snorkel in here. There's a tube that's inside here that keeps any of the powder that is being produced to go down into the tube, because as you carry it, you don't want any of the dried powder getting clogged into the nozzle. So they've actually added a snorkel in here with the tube kind of centered in there so that any of the powder is falling around it and not into the hole. So they can literally move it around, but the powder can't find its way down the snorkel, of course, so that it won't get sucked in. There's also a filter here to block or kind of clean out any of the powder that might have gotten in there. So we're going to try it one more time here. Try and get it lit here. Normally it wouldn't have a lighter. Okay, that's about it. Alright, so I just wanted to show that it is a functional 3D printed Logan's Run flame pistol. And probably the next video I do will have the piece on here made of aluminum, and we'll have a different ignition system there, and it should be good to go.